Hello! Today we are going to go over credits, how they show up, and how they affect other documents in COUPA. Since all of our documents are already loaded in the system, I'm going to show you a very linear method to how the documents affect each other. Today we're going to focus specifically on this purchase order from Republic National, and we are going to focus on one item on this particular order, and it's down here. It's a Pinot Noir. As you can see, we ordered 2 cases of this particular wine, and I can tell from the order that I only received 1 case. While this is not unusual, happens all the time, I need to contact my supplier to find out what's going on with that additional case. Are they going to reship it? Are they not going to reship it? Was it shorted and they just don't have it? What's going on? Well, it turns out that they thought they shipped me 2 cases and only 1 case was on the truck. They are not going to be reshipping the 2nd case. So now that I know that I've ordered 2, I've only received 1, I need to check the invoice and find out what they're invoicing me for. So I have the invoice preloaded here. Republic National uses e-invoicing, so they invoice an electronic method, and when they entered this into COUPA, you can see from the invoice, they billed me for the 2 cases they thought they shipped. So COUPA, knowing that I ordered 2 and they billed me for 2, but I only received 1, cannot perform a 3-way match, meaning those numbers all don't match each other, and COUPA is actually going to hold this invoice in a queue called pending receipts until it receives that 3-way match. So how do I get the 3-way match? I can reject this and have Republic re-enter it, or today's focus, I can ask for a credit note. So I can ask for the credit note in a multiple ways. I could call them, I can email them offline, or I can comment in COUPA if they use the portal and they're using comments. Anyway, I need to communicate with the supplier that a credit of 1 case is needed because I only received 1 of these 2 cases. So once the vendor gets your request and loads the credit into COUPA, and I actually have that credit loaded here, you can see that they've entered this into COUPA directly and they've given me a credit for 1 case of this Pinot Noir. Now, how does this affect the other documents? Notice the quantity is a -1. So when we apply the quantity of -1 to the invoice quantity of 2, 2 plus -1 is 1. Now that the invoice equals 1, because the credit has subtracted this other case here, the system now sees a 1 on the PO, 1 on the receipt, and 1 that we need to pay for, because the credit is paying for the other one. So now that the 3-way match can occur, COUPA will take all of these documents and move them into approved, paid, or taken status. So it's actually going to take the invoice, move it to approved, and it's going to take the credit at the same time. These are the credit basics in COUPA, and I hope this has helped.